happened was I got dropped from Rockefeller on my prom day. You know, they didn't know.
For the prom?
Yeah, honey, getting ready. I was putting lotion on my leg, got a phone call, ring. Hey, yeah, we're gonna be letting you go. I was like, oh. I didn't even tell anybody that day. But, you know, I was depressed for a little minute. I got back up. I was only 18 years of age. So it was time to get back up, get back out there and, you know, just show my resilience. And that's what I'm doing now. And I'm here to deal with Warner Brothers for real. So God is...
No, I did not see it coming. I was getting ready for my prom, getting out the shower, and I got a call from Jay Brown, who works for Jay-Z, and he just told me, it's a nice run, kiddo, but we gotta let you go. So that was the end of it, and I just kept it to myself for like 6 months. You know, I didn't want to tell anybody because I didn't want to deal with the questioning and all of that. So I just kept it to myself, and finally people started hearing it through the grapevine.
You kind of had a mentor relationship with Jay-Z during that time?
Yeah, he was definitely a mentor. He was like a father.
Definitely. I just thought she was, well, the first thing I saw, you know, was her beauty and how beautiful she was. And then I listened to her music and I loved her music. She's incredibly talented. I think she's what every female artist should strive to be or strive to be like, you know, because she, despite all her success, she still remains.
Lady of the Rock.
She's the princess.
The princess.
Yeah.
Okay, and what sets her apart as an artist from other R&B vocalists, female, that you think?
I just say, like, you know, just, you know, she's young, you know what I'm saying? So the integrity and the truth in what she's saying, you know what I'm saying, mixed with how, you know, she's really a sweet, innocent girl. You speak to her, you know what I'm saying? But she's seen a lot. So her twist on it and her take on it is
right. How was it like meeting her? I could not speak. Really. That's someone I really looked up to for a long time. And it was after one of my showcases, and he was introducing me to everyone from the label. And he finally said, okay, one more person. And there she was. I could not speak.
And she gave you some advice.
Yes, she did. She just told me to, you know, when I get on stage, let loose, have fun, and be in control.
Yeah, and don't be afraid to let it go.
No.
But you know, she'd be like, what? You know how she does it.
Y'all, let's talk about how Teairra Mari went poof from the music scene faster than we could blink. 1 minute she was Rockefeller's little princess with the world at her feet, and the next, Jay-Z kicked her to the curb like yesterday's news, while this fresh-faced girl from Barbados, Rihanna, got all the shine. Now don't think Jay-Z and Beyoncé can just ride off into the sunset scot-free. Nah, Teairra still got some serious grudges, baby. Word on the streets always been that Queen Bey herself wasn't feeling Teairra, saw her as a little too much competition, and shut it down. But let's unpack all this tea and get into what really went down.
Rihanna. And we had a showcase. And at the showcase, there were 2 artists performing. Her name is Teairra Mari, and she's a really sweet girl. And the truth is I was paying a little more attention to her than I was to Rihanna. After the showcase, you know, Beyonce just gave me one of those looks, and he said, that Rihanna girl, she's a beast. And she looked away, right? And I was like, so I did a Rihanna double take. You know, but it wasn't as though I didn't believe in Rihanna. I love that girl, right? But I paid a little more attention when Beyonce said that.
Ain't it funny how people always say there's no such thing as a morally upright billionaire, because you know they had to crush a few skulls to get to the top? And when you look at how Jay-Z and Beyoncé were moving in the early 2000s, it's clear they weren't always playing by the book. Now, let's talk about Teairra Mari. Baby girl was just 16 when she hit the scene, all thanks to L.A. Reid, who snatched her up for Def Jam. But before that, her mentor Big Mike from Kiss Productions was out here hustling, taking her demo to all the big shots in the industry, trying to get her name out there. Oh baby, when L.A. Reid heard her voice, he knew right then and there she was the one. He was like, this girl is gonna be the next big thing. And you know it's real when even Def Jam's A&R kingpin, Shakir Stewart, can't stop raving about her. He straight up said, Teairra was a star the moment she stepped into that room. She had the whole place in awe during her audition. We were all hooked from the jump. Teairra was young, gorgeous, and had that urban swag that L.A. Reid and Jay-Z both knew would have the game on lock. When Teairra dropped her debut single, Make Her Feel Good, it was an instant hit, racking up crazy numbers. Jay-Z knew he had a gem on his hands, and that was it. He started calling her the Princess of Rock, bringing her to all the events, and putting that full Jay-Z cosign behind her, making it crystal clear that Teairra was the one to watch. Meanwhile, Rihanna was just getting started. But even though Pon de Replay was a hit, the execs weren't really checking for her like that. They were all in on Teairra, thinking she was going to be the next big thing, and leaving Rihanna to figure things out on her own. But y'all know how the game goes. One word from Beyoncé, and everything flipped upside down. So, back in the day, Bey was already Jay's girl and was out here slaying with her debut album, Dangerously in Love. That album had the whole radio in a chokehold. And don't forget, Destiny's Child was running things too. Now, L.A. Reid spilled the tea that they had an in-house company showcase. And guess who showed up? Yep, Beyoncé. After the performance, she casually slid up to Reid and whispered that Rihanna was a beast. Didn't say much more than that, but honestly, that was all it took to push Rihanna into the spotlight. Here's the thing though, Beyoncé and Rihanna, never been close, honey. In fact, they've always been more like frenemies than anything else. People have been side-eyeing for years, wondering why these two never did a collab, especially when Rihanna was signed under Jay's label. The minute Rihanna started getting that co-sign from Jay, and Def Jam started backing her up, she flipped the script, talking all that good stuff about Beyoncé, saying every artist should model themselves after her. But we all know that wasn't out of the goodness of her heart. She knew Def Jam wasn't paying attention to her just for no reason.
I'm a big fan of Beyonce.
I love her.
And so has she given you any kind of advice or...
Yeah, she actually wrote me this cute little letter and she signed it with her autograph. It was so cute. When I first met her, and she wrote, she was telling me just let loose when you perform and just have fun and be in control. Definitely. I just thought she was beautiful. Well, the first thing I saw, was her beauty and how beautiful she was. And then I listened to her music and I loved her music. She's incredibly talented. I think she's what every female artist should strive to be or strive to be like, because she, despite all her success, she still remains.
Right.
How was it like meeting her?
I could not speak. Really. That's someone I really looked up to for a long time. And it was after one of my showcases and he was introducing me to everyone from the label. And he finally said, okay, one more person. And there she was. And I could not speak.
And she gave you some advice.
Yes, she did. She just told me to, when I get on stage, let loose, have fun, and be in control.
Yeah, and don't be afraid to let it go.
No.
Because she'd be like, what? You know how she does it.
Oh, honey, Teairra Mari ain't holding back. She says pushing Rihanna to the front of the line at Def Jam, that was one of the worst moves Beyoncé could have made. Now, we all know L.A. Reid was hip to Teairra's talent, and so was Bey. But here's the tea. It's that very talent that had Bey sweating. Word on the street is, Beyoncé peeped that Teairra had the same style and sound. And let's be real, nobody's trying to let someone upstage them. So, she nipped that in the bud before it got messy, cutting off any competition right at the source. Smart move or shady? You decide.
What happened was I got dropped from Rockefeller on my prom day. They didn't know.
For the prom.
Yeah, honey, getting ready. I was putting lotion on my legs, got a phone call, ring, ring. Hey, yeah, we're gonna be letting you go. I was like, oh. I didn't even tell anybody that day. But, I was depressed for a little minute. I got back up. I was only 18 years of age. So it was time to get back up, get back out there and just show my resilience. And that's what I'm doing now. And I'm here to deal with Warner Brothers for real. So, got it.
After Teairra Mari dropped her debut single, the comparisons to Beyoncé were non-stop. I mean, the girl was practically a mirror image of Bey. Same sound, same vibe, same stage presence. Def Jam definitely saw it and decided to stir the pot by giving Teairra Beyoncé's parts on Destiny's Child's Lose My Breath. It got so bad that when Teairra's debut album, Rockefeller Presents Teairra Mari, hit the streets,